Hey, what's up, world? Your boy Onyx. So, anyways, I want to discuss my thoughts on this season of Real Housewives of Potomac season 9 and what I hope to see, what I can possibly expect from season 10. Well, I'm not going to go through the whole season 9. I'm just going to do a quick wrap up. Overall, the season itself was very not doo doo bad, but it wasn't a great season. However, this reunion was fire. Well, like I said, the season finale was pretty decent. Like the last 3 episodes were not so bad, and the earlier 3 episodes were not so bad. But that middle part around Wendy's long ass birthday party, it's like okay. Anyways, while this season wasn't the greatest, it's definitely proves that Potomac is a good series for Bravo TV, and people are invested in the women of the show and watching their lives, such as myself. And based on this season, well, the first name I'm going to say is obvious who's going to return, Giselle Bryant. And then, of course, Wendy Osefu had an amazing season. And of course, I know people, I don't really care for her. I do not hate her. I don't hate none of the women I mentioned on here. I may dislike them, but I hate them. But Ashley Darby had a pretty decent season. Season 9 for Ashley wasn't a garbage season. So I would definitely think she's going to return too. And overall, her showing was good. And I think the reason Ashley did so well because either some other people weren't bringing it as well, or you, in the case Mia, Mia had a rough season, which she mostly brought on herself. But Mia had a really rough season. See, personally speaking, I do hope Mia does return season 10. But after pissing off the powers that be, aka Giselle Bryant, it's gonna be tough coming back to season 10 unless she either mends things with Giselle off season or Giselle just got bigger fish to fry for some reason in season 10. But if not, Mia's gonna have a rough season. Another thing Mia has to work on, Mia has to stop that lying crap. She really does. Like I said, it's not cute. It's cute here and there because you know housewives like to be delusional and lie, and that's part of the things we love about the housewives. But when you lie too consistently, well, consistent is kind of covers that. I don't know why I had an attitude to it, but that's just me being me. But when you lie consistently, it's not a good look. You piss off the audience and you piss off your fellow housewives, your castmates, whatever you want to call them. And my whole thing with Mia, after this whole season 9, season 10 is going to have to be her redemption season. Now, I'm not asking Mia to do a 180. I like still to keep her sassy personality and her, I'm not trying to say this in a disrespectful way, her sex kitten like persona, but she's going to have to tone down the line, and I need her to co parent better with Gordon. Like, I don't want to see Ink at all, and if I could get my way as well, I do not want to see Jacqueline. Now, I don't mind Jacqueline in bits and pieces throughout the season, but I cannot do what we did this past season with Jacqueline. I don't want to see a bunch of Jacqueline. Now, don't get me twisted. If Jacqueline comes back next season, I'm not saying she can't be a friend of, but let's tone it down. But again, of course, again, I do not dislike Jacqueline, and congratulations to her baby. I know she's gonna have her baby in May, and I wish her nothing but a healthy pregnancy. That's something I'm always gonna wish for. Because even you may not like the parent, you wish nothing for the best for the child. And I don't even dislike Jacqueline. I just find her annoying. And just being me a sidekick. Next, I'm gonna talk about Stacey. Stacey was a great new housewife to the Potomac franchise. And I like Stacey. I 100% want Stacey to come back. But there's a problem with Stacey. Based on the previews for tomorrow's reunion, I'm recording this video Saturday, but it'll be uploaded for Sunday. So Sunday is the reunion, part 3 of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Allegedly, we're gonna find out that Stacey pretty much hired TJ to be her love interest on this season of Real Housewives of Potomac. Now that could be proven false. That's why I said allegedly. It's not guaranteed. We gotta watch the episode to find out what's true, what's not. Because TJ could be telling a story, or Stacey's gonna get caught up in the story. We'll find out tomorrow on Sunday. But I like Stacey. But I do hope if Stacey returns, number one, don't feel the need to have a man. If you're single, you're single. There's so many housewives who are not even married or came on the show divorced, getting a divorce. I don't need you to be in a relationship because I rather see your authentic life than you try to fake it for the camera. That's never cool. That's why a lot of people think reality television is fake nowadays. But overall, I enjoy Stacey. I like her quirky personality, and I hope to see more of her bitchy side in next season 10 because she is definitely shown in bits and pieces in season 9. I definitely hope to see more of that from Stacey, but I like Stacey, and I definitely want her back in season 10. Now, my girl K Erna, oh my God, I adore you, K. And while I would not say this was a bad season for you, because I personally like it. I liked you since season 9 when you were a friend up. My whole thing, K Erna, I think we gotta get more out of you to justify that spot of you being a housewife. We gotta get more out of you. Now, yes, you click with the girls nicely. That's one thing people cannot take that away from you. You click with the group well, so you don't feel like you're out of place or nothing like that. But your personal life could be more to give, and I have no issue with Eric. You know, I don't. Number one, I'm gonna say in my place. Eric's a heterosexual man. He's dating you. He's not dating me. But I do hope Eric shows more value in you and more tenderness towards you, because sometimes I feel like he could be really harsh towards you, and it's not fun to watch a man being condescending or dismissive of his lady. I may be gay, but I'm a gentleman. I Unless a woman disrespects me or doesn't deserve my respect, I treat all women with grace. Don't have to have sexual interest in them to do so. It's just the way I was raised by my mother. And going back to say, speak of my mom, I have a mother, so I wouldn't want no man treat my mom like crap, so I don't treat other women like crap unintentionally, or like to be a dick. That's just not cool. But I do want Kayon to return as a housewife. I do hope she gets one more shot at it. But I'm a little concerned based on her overall performance. Now she was good at the reunion, which is a great thing. But they're gonna take account when Bravo decides to who's gonna bring back for the next season. Andy Cohen and them, they're gonna take into account to your overall performance, not just how you did the reunion. But that's that. Now I'm trying to think. I know someone else I want to mention too. I think I mentioned all the housewives. I said yes, I did mention her. Now, another person I want to see who was a friend of, but I want to see more of her is Jazzy. Outside that situation with her NFL fiance, boyfriend, I like Jazzy. I want to see more of Jazzy's life. When Jazzy was on the screen, I was interested in what's going on with Jazzy. So I definitely want to see more Jazzy, but of course, for now, keep her in the friend of role, but please bring Jazzy back next season. Now, for those who watched my last video, chatted with Onyxe Blade, episode 47, or just been keeping with all things Potomac, Karen Huger went into prison. So unless Bravo waits till Karen comes out, Karen is out for season 10. She just is. And I honestly hope they don't wait for her. I don't think they will, but I don't want them to wait for Karen. I want them to start season 10 without Karen. Because I feel like it's kind of rewarding her poor behavior if they wait for Karen to come back to start season 10. They don't need to do that. So Karen being out definitely leaves a spot for a housewife to either return or a new housewife. Me personally, I think Stacey and Karen are enough, and of course with the inclusion of Jazzy as a friend of, we don't need a new housewife. Now, honestly, I can't say what Bravo should or should not do, but I don't think we need a new housewife. However, I would love to see this happen. Now, I know it's unrealistic. I know history. I know how season 5 went down. But I'm going to say it until I can't speak no more. I want Monique Samuels and Candice Dilla Bassett back. Now, this is how you're going to do it. If they were coming, this is fantasy scenario, not real life shit. We know the history between Monique and Candice. We know what went down season 5. You do not know, you can look up Monique versus Candice season 5. But I'm not going to recap all that for you. Anyways, as since that incident, Monique and Candice just don't see for one another, and understandably why. However, with the things coming to light that how Giselle orchestrated that whole situation, I'm not expecting Monique and Candice to be friends, but I would like to put Monique and Candice, if they were to return, one of the things they do in the first episode of season 10 of Real Housewives of Potomac, you have Candice and Monique sit down one-on-one, the way you had Wendy and Giselle sit down one-on-one in season 9. Monique and Candice hear each other out. Each woman explains her side of what happened, what led to that situation. And I need Candice and Monique to walk away. We ain't gotta be besties, but let's be on the same page that we're not gonna let these girls get in our ears and cause us to have a whiff with one another that had we just talked to one another, it would have been squash. So I like to see Candace Monique return. I'm a Monique fan, and I grown to like Candace over the course of watching Potomac. In the beginning, I couldn't stand Candace, but that obviously changed. She's actually one of my faves now. But I definitely want Monique and Candace back. Like I said, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Because each woman has their reason. Monique is not really feeling reality television, but unfortunately, Monique hasn't been doing her tea with Monique consistently. I need my Monique fix. That sounds weird, but like I don't mean in that way, obviously. And Candace, after the events of season 8, Candace said, "No, peace out." But now, Candace having her baby, and Monique's um been divorced her husband Chris Samuels for a while, and just living life on her own. I would love to see them come back. I feel that will come back and bring in new life into the Real Housewives of Potomac series. And I would definitely love to see Candace and her husband Chris Bassett. For those who don't get confused, think I'm talking about the same person. And just her being a mom. I'd definitely love to see that. And also Candace pursuing her music. Just because I don't watch the order of Candace's music doesn't mean she shouldn't pursue a career that makes her happy. And plus, since she comes from a wealthy family, even her music don't really take off. She has other endeavors that's going to be just fine. And of course, Monique is good in her situation, so I think they'll bring new life. Now, I would say this: if Monique and Candace were to come back, I feel like there's going to be an issue with them towards Giselle, because Giselle played a big part of why they didn't want to be on the show anymore. Anyways, my whole thing is this: I'm not expecting the ladies to reconcile with Giselle, or vice versa. Giselle don't gotta apologize to the girls. The girls don't gotta deal with Billy like that. But I would like to at least be cordial and not letting their personal grudges get in the way of having a good show. I don't need to be like fake. Like, oh, Giselle, you going to the mall? Let me go with you, girl. No, but they could be like, hey, we know where we stand with each other, and so long as you don't cross a line with me, I won't cross a line with you. But I'm not gonna pretend to be your friend because I remember how you did me. Now, of course, it'd be great if those women could get on the same page, but I rather authenticity than faking it for the cameras. Like I said, I don't want Monique coming back where they, get treat Giselle like a punching bag, or Candace they come in there calling Giselle everything but a child god. Of course, though, with Candace's mouth, everybody should know how lethal her mouth is. You start with Candace, prepare to get clapped back, and Candace is gonna hurt you with her words. So I don't want to hear that whole thing with Candace. Oh, Candace takes it too far. You cannot tell a person how to respond when you piss them off. You cannot. Candace ain't hand happy. So if Candace says something that strikes your core, got you crying for weeks, that's on you. You shouldn't have started with her. You weren't ready for that. And while I don't think Monique's violent as some people like to label her as, I feel now with Monique much more mature, much more grown, much more into her spirit. I'm trying to find the like I was going to say whole tip, but I feel like when the word whole tip is used, it's kind of used as an insult. At least I tend to use it as an insult. Monique isn't going to be prone to anger. However, I feel like now, if Giselle tries to play in her face, Monique won't be as hesitant to let Giselle know what time it is. But like I said, that's not what I want to happen. That's like, years ago when it would have been funny. Yeah, but now things change. And I did see growth from Giselle this past season. Although a lot of people say that's because Robin wasn't around, which is the reason I'm going to get to Robin Dixon in a minute. I would like to see a season. Like I said, not them gotta be fake friends, but Giselle, Candace, and Monique can coexist. That'd be nice. Lastly, now Robin Dixon. I'm all for Robin coming back as a friend of. Do not make Robin a housewife. I do not mind Robin in doses, but because I'm not trying to deal with the Juan nonsense and Robin on her bullshit, I could take Robin in doses because she is funny. I do like Robin on TV, but a little bit Robin goes a long way. So I'm all for Robin coming back next season as a friend of. That's that on that. But overall, my idea cast for season 10, unrealistic, but Giselle, Ashley, Monique, Candace, Kay Erner, Wendy, Mia, and Stacy. And friends of Jazzy, Robin, and if it must happen, Jacqueline, but that's not my personal want. But that's how I would do it. Charisse, obviously a no. Do not hate Charisse, just too boring for me. I can't vouch for Charisse to save my life. And NECA, I feel NECA got a dirty deal, but also NECA did it to herself. I think NECA could have gave more, but when NECA came in season 8, no, was it not season 8? No, yeah, season eight. She aligned herself with the warm group of ladies, and that really hurt her chances being an integral member of the show, integral cast member. So that's my thoughts, anyways. But the head I go do some housework for a friend. Of course, I'm going to care for my hernia, and that's just my thoughts. For my fellow Real Housewives of Potomac fans, please leave your thoughts in the comments. What you hope to see, and that's it. Love you guys. Peace. Take care. Ciao.